Well, here's a driver that's familiar to victory lane with the Turn 1 CRA Pro Series presented by Chevrolet Performance. Chase Pinsonneault, you have elected to run full-time in 2026 with this series. Welcome on the show.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's absolutely amazing. We're in less than a month from Toledo. You raced Toledo last year. What's kind of the expectations heading into that race?
I mean, we got to do better than last year. I got the car way too free in practice, just trying to chase one lap speed. So I think I got us tuned out in the wrong direction. So I think we'll see a lot better of a performance from our team this year.
I think there's a lot of excitement heading into this year, right? Including from a driver's standpoint. Does it feel a little bit like 2024, more full-timers, that new schedule that just seems pristine? And if I'm not mistaken, a couple tracks you really look forward to and wanted on the schedule, aren't they here for this season?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The series schedule's amazing. Going to tracks like IRP, Birch Run, Jennerstown, some places I haven't seen the series go to in a while is really cool. There's a lot of tracks that are coming back. Like I believe we have Berlin back on the schedule, which is awesome. Some tracks that I've won at, like Owasso and Flat Rock and such. I'm super excited. I think it's one of the best schedules I've seen out of a racing series in a very long time.
That's so exciting. For you being a Chevrolet driver, this being presented by Chevrolet Performance, you moved from the old Gen to the Gen 6 halfway through last year, but the rumor is around the rumor mill, you may have a new look and scheme design. How much effort do you guys put behind the scenes to make your car look a certain way and stand out?
I mean, there's effort from everywhere, like Team CHR with just making sure the body works pristine every week to make sure it's aerodynamically and visibly sound. So can't thank them enough. And HD5 does an amazing job with our wraps. I know we have three different ones, the white, black, and blue. A little bit different than traditional, going with the same through all of our schemes. Just want to change it up every week and keep things different.
So are you going to be white for pros, black with pros, and then blue with super?
Think we're sticking with the black base color for the Pro, and I think we have a little bit of something special in store for IRP, but I know for a fact it's going to be black base color.
I like how you mentioned IRP because for the last 2 years, I remember you talking around the garage area, hey, are we going to go to IRP? It's right there.
Yeah, IRP is a really, really cool racetrack. I know it's one of my crew chief's favorites, if not his all-time favorite racetrack for super racing, so I'm super excited to try it out.
How's that relationship been actually with you and Zach just throughout the last couple of years? Because if I'm not mistaken, your first year racing in the States, that was 2024, and you went everywhere. Anytime I tune into track TV, you were somewhere that was just down south, up north. But that has consistently just been you and that program with Carson Host of our racing. What has that been like, that reputation, that kind of just back and forth with your team?
I mean, I might as well call him Uncle Zach at this point. We spend a ton of time together. We're on the phone all the time, and there's really no better guy to work with. He's a ton of fun, really good at what he does, and it's the same throughout our team. Really, we got a lot of great people, tons of personable people. You know, everyone's checking in on everybody. It's just like family at CHR. It's a lot of fun.
And heading this year, full time Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour. Full-time Turn 1 CRA Pro Series presented by Chevrolet Performance. In 2024, you're a runner-up. The title nearly went north. How do you get it north in 2026?
Oh, I don't know. A lot of things have to go right. A lot of things have to go right luck-wise, and I have to make a lot of correct decisions behind the wheel. So it's a tough task. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of really good competition, a lot of names that we haven't seen full-time in a while that are going to be full-time this year. So I'm excited for the challenge, excited for the opportunity, and hopefully it'll look something like 2024. I know we had a pretty tight championship battle there towards the end.
That is amazing. Yeah, you have 10 races that are on the points-paying side, 2 non-points races with Nashville. But the difference between this schedule versus years past, all the quarter miles, basically, most of them have been wiped off the schedule, minus Flat Rock, where you went to Victory Lane last year. Do you think that benefits you by chance? Does it maybe rework how you guys strategize throughout the year?
think it benefits everybody. I feel like the best races that we put on are at some of the bigger racetracks because it is a genuine race. I feel like you get a lot more opportunity to move around at those 3/8 mile, half-mile racetracks. Flat Rock, since it's repaved, has been pretty racy. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased coming from a fresh win there. But I think all the racetracks we have on the schedule race exceptionally. So I think it'll be a lot of fun for the racers, a lot of fun for the fans watching, and I think it'll really kick off this year really well.
What do you do outside the race car? Because it seems like every weekend you're somewhere, right?
Yeah, outside of the race car in the summertime, I spend some time working on the cars, but in my free time, I'm an avid golfer. I love golf. I think it's super fun. Not very good. We're trying to get better. I think I'm like a 15 handicap right now, but just working on it as much as I can. Then over the winter, I'm a full-time engineering student, so I spend a lot of time in the books. That's what I was doing before this interview, actually. So I'm just spending lots of time studying, lots of time golfing, and hanging out with my friends whenever I can.
I find that fascinating. You're not the only college student that'll be racing full time with the Turn 1 CRA Pro Series this year. Sam Johnson from Purdue. Anyone back at home, maybe from your classes, some friends, keep an eye on the races, maybe watch you live, give you a text if something doesn't go right?
Yeah, I got a few friends that, talk to me a little bit about it at school. A lot of my friends in mechanical engineering are interested in the same stuff as I am. So we, nerd out over suspension and aero and dumb stuff that I probably shouldn't even be worrying about. But it's a lot of fun. I got a lot of good supporters at home that help me when I miss stuff when I'm gone and that are a lot of fun to just hang out with and talk racing.
And I think the big question we have here is why return full time for the Turn 1 CRA Pro Series when you're running full time with the Appalachian Sucker Punch ASA Stars National Tour, and you've caught that high in a way, right? Didn't you test the Arkham Menard Series car at Daytona maybe about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago?
Yeah, we had that arcade test at Daytona, and it's a lot of fun. Super thankful for that opportunity. It just didn't work out that time, unfortunately. Love to get an opportunity to do, another ARCA race, maybe a truck race in the future. But as of now, we figure late model racing's the best for me. The Turn One Pro Series kind of came about naturally when we were doing the ASA schedule. We realized how many gaps were actually in the schedule, and we were able to fill all the races. So being able to run full time, both would have loved to do it again last year. Just made a little bit more sense this year, and we're excited for the opportunity to run both.
And I feel like the bar is set high for you this year, right? Because you do full time with ASA. But for you, I've heard you voice it multiple times how much you love pro racing. What's just the difference? Is there a difference in the atmosphere? Is there a difference on the grid?
I think the atmosphere is definitely a little bit different. I feel like ASA is a really serious series, and obviously it needs to be. You got all the best names in racing there, and it's really, really high stakes. So I think it's just different. I feel like Turn One CRA Pro Series has a little bit more of a at-home environment. I feel a little bit more comfortable around anybody. It's a little bit more relaxed, and I think it's generally just more fun. I enjoy it more, and I run a little bit better, so that helps too. Both are really good. I enjoy both of them fully, just for different reasons.
And the big one, what's the biggest expectation heading into the year?
I just want to win races, as many races I can possibly win. That's the goal. Definitely feel like we should get one. There's a few that I like Birch Run. I feel like we came so close in 2024, and Berlin came so close in 2024 and just let it slip right between my fingers. So if I can find victory lane in some of the places I've been fast before, I'd really love to see that.
Chase Pinsonneault, there's always a million reasons it seems like to root for you. Just the personality behind the scenes as well. So awesome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.
And you guys can watch Pinsonneault race in the Turn 1 CRA Pro Series in 2026.